My feet pounded against the floor rhythmically, and my heart raced. I had finally done it. I'd finally gotten a promotion at work, and Andrew, my fiancé, was the first person who needed to know. Walking down the hallway, I clutched my briefcase tightly, grateful that no one else was around. They'd think I was crazy, especially since I was unable to control the huge smile on my face. But who could blame me? My life was finally transforming into what it was always meant to be, a happy, blissful life. In a few months, I would marry the love of my life, and I'd finally stop being relegated to serving coffee at the company. The tears, humiliation, and loneliness would end. I, Marianne Fairmount, would no longer be my family's punching bag. I would be the wife of a promising entrepreneur, and finally, everyone would respect and accept me. Andrew, I have great news. I called out, opening the door to my future husband's apartment. The living room lights were off, and a soft jazz melody filled the luxurious penthouse. I glanced at the large glass wall offering a privileged view of the city, then up at the high ceiling, with modern chandeliers cascading down like waterfalls in the dark. Finally, my eyes rested on the fireplace, the main source of light. I felt uneasy. For some reason, a sense of foreboding welled up in me. Andrew, are you home? I asked fearfully. There was no response. Even so, my gaze was drawn to the two dirty glasses by the bar near the fire. I approached and picked up one of them. It was half empty, its rim stained with a woman's red lipstick. Then I looked down at the floor. A few feet ahead of me, past the rug, lay a woman's shoe. It was a stiletto, with a very high, thin heel. Its sole was red, and the rest of the shoe was black. I followed the trail it left and found the other shoe a bit further away, near a man's crumpled jacket on the floor. My lips trembled, and I turned my eyes to the stairs. The trail led there. I climbed them, feeling weak and confused. Each step felt slower than the last, until I heard it, the feminine sound emanating from our bedroom as I reached the second floor. A part of me wanted to run out of this apartment, to pretend this wasn't happening, to think that I was imagining it. However, the other part forced me to continue onwards. I walked to the open door from which light shone. I had to see it with my own eyes, or maybe not. I didn't need to, because what I saw on the bed was worse than the most disgusting nightmare I'd ever had. On the bed I shared with my would-be husband, I saw Andrew between my sister's legs. He was rhythmically thrusting his behinds into hers. He was half-dressed, shirtless, with his pants open for his misdeed. There was no need to describe Amanda. Her dress was hiked up to her stomach. "What are you doing?" I said weakly, feeling like I was in a dream, as if it wasn't obvious what they were doing. Andrew and Amanda looked at me, paralyzed with fear. My fiancé jumped off the bed to pull up his pants desperately, while my sister covered herself with the sheets. "My sheets. It's not what you think, Marianne," Andrew assured. "What do you think I'm thinking?" I asked, rubbing my temple to alleviate the deep headache I had. My chest also hurt gravely. He couldn't speak, nor could he look at me. He focused on getting dressed with trembling hands. Tears streamed down my face like a bitter, uncontrollable torrent. There was no explanation for this, no misunderstanding. I saw what I saw, the man I loved in bed with another woman. Not just any woman, her. "Sis, these things happen. That's just the way the heart is. You can't tame it," Amanda said timidly. My blurry vision focused on her, like struck by a bolt of lightning. I focused all my attention on her. The agony I felt was replaced by hatred. She was a thief. She had taken everything from me. She always did. "You are in company with my boyfriend. How can you not control yourself from screwing someone else's man, Amanda?" I growled furiously. "You don't have to speak to me in that tone." Amanda pouted, her eyes filling with tears. "We can resolve this unforeseen issue like the adults we are." Andrew tried to mediate the situation, as if this were just another corporate negotiation. He had put on his favorite suit, the one woven from coldness and stoicism. "Unforeseen issue?" I spat out, astonished by the audacity. "You slept with my sister. Andrew loves me, and you can't satisfy him. Now accept it and get out of our lives. No one wants you in our family." Amanda screamed at me. Something inside me broke with Amanda's words. My hopes and illusions of being someone in our family. The truth was, I never had a chance to begin with. Everyone hated me, as Amanda said. They hated me because I was the eldest daughter of Serge Fairmount, the one he had with his first wife, whom he divorced and promptly threw out on the streets along with me. Then he formed a new shining family with his second wife and his spoiled Amanda, his favorite, his princess, the one who could do no wrong and whom he proudly presented. Not me, the dramatic teenager who lost her mother too early and always begged for a bit of attention. "And you don't know your place. You're just as silly as your mother," she shouted back. Instead of seeing things blurred by tears, I saw a deep, intense red. "Don't you dare insult my mother," I roared, charging at Amanda. I grabbed her by the hair with a wave of anger that transcended me, pulling her brown hair from side to side amidst her screams of pain and pleas for me to let go. "Let go," she exclaimed, flailing her arms, hitting me. "Act your age. Calm down," Andrew exclaimed, getting between us. He pulled me away by my arm, and I responded by shoving him hard to make him let go. Andrew looked at me bitterly. "Couldn't you cheat on me with one of the hundreds of women you know? Couldn't you sleep with her somewhere else?" I questioned hysterically. Don't make this bigger than it is. Leave before I call security. I'll send your things over tomorrow. My ex-fiancé informed me this apartment wasn't mine. It was his, obviously. He had invited me to live here a few months ago, right when he asked me to be his wife. And now, he was inviting me to leave, throwing me out on the street at PM, without a home to go to. The first thing I did was laugh. Both Andrew and Amanda looked at me like I'd lost my mind. Maybe I had. I looked at the diamond engagement ring on my finger, and then at Andrew, then laughed some more. I was left without a home, without a partner, and without a sister. Probably without a family too. Are you breaking up with me? I asked, my voice sounding strange from laughter. You're throwing me out after I caught you with my sister? I told you she's crazy, Andrew. My mom and I are scared of her, Amanda said. Crazy? I'm the crazy one. I exhaled with a broad smile and made air quotes with my fingers. You know what? Maybe I am crazy. My hands reacted on their own. I grabbed the nearest expensive decorative vase and threw it at Andrew. He dodged it, and it shattered on the floor. That wasn't the only thing I decided to throw. I grabbed a metal statue and attempted to hit him with it. I missed, only managing to scare Andrew and make Amanda scream more. Come up immediately. Call the police. My half-sister shouted into her phone, terrified. I had about 5 minutes before security arrived at the penthouse, so I decided to make the most of that time. I grabbed another ceramic decoration and faced Andrew with a manic smile, pretending to throw it several times. Put that piece down, Marianne. It's a limited edition.